All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 180. 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Tight yo. 1, Omaha. Check 4. Catch it. 11. Hey, gun. Man moving. You gotta get that.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, shifts by him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here we go. 180. 50, 13. Come get some. Come on. Block. I got this. Watch the shot.
Back to Mixon on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, pick your game up. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tighten up. 21. Big gap.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Here we go.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Hey, gun. Check. I got this. Hey, gun. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. I got this.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 180. 13. Hey, gun.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Mike 54. Mike 54. 21. Screen. Watch the screen. Two. Check.
Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo. The pass complete. It's Bird. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Mixon with a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Wide, get wide. Flag. Switch.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Right, here we go. Black 80! 21. Out. 61, matchbox lights. Jim. Check 37. Hey, 12. 24, 10-24.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. 180! Check 54. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Mike 54. Better bring it.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Going for it all. John Ross there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Vikings 0.
So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the double. Hey, high 7. No chance.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Go.
Second and 6. Open here, Adam Thielen. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Yeah, Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, box truck. Hey, lock it. Yep.
Now back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Look at me.
Second and 10. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Squeeze. No.
Looking to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That'll be complete to Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset, because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
11. Right there. 54. Hey, gun. 54, Mike. Switch.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This will be taken very short. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Bring it. Show it up. 21. Hey, gun. Go ahead. Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
Yeah, big article in the paper this morning. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken short.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, switch gears. 12, fellas, here we go. Check 52.
Now Joe Mixon.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
21.
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, it's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league.
21.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
I got you. Here we go.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mark 55. Okay, gun. Check right. Watch it,
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Go. Yo.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, high 7. Look at me. Get it.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's McCray now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, McCray set to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hard. Yo, go.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Gets this one to Hill. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check 13. Hey. Ready.
Back to throw here. And this is Cook with a grab. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll look to throw. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off down near the 5. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This is Mixon. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check right. 2. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 12, fellas, here we go. Go ahead.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
11. Hey, gun. SOS.
Now Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
12. General West.
Second and 1 at the 26-yard line.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Kick the edge. Come. There.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 65. Any deck. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Protein spill. Blood 3. Hey, watch it. No. Off.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
You can't block me. Mike's 54. 11. Let him know, let him know. Check. 21. Check. I got you. Mike 5-4.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Hey, gun. Banjo.
Garoppolo on first down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Switch up.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Watch the screen. Mike 54. Check tight. Switch it. Come on.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Begin. Hey, echo. Yep.
Now back to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
60 or. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, orbit. Look at me. Zip now.
Back to throw. And he finds Cook. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27 yard line.
Looking to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carl Lawson in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Hey, Haywood.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what would the dime look that time on defense? Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, here's McCrane back out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. He's got the hook up with Conley. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
21.
They run for it with Mixon, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey. Stop.
2nd and 11. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Let's go. He's coming. We got double up. Yep.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, stand up and get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
That'll be complete to Cook. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
Complete to Dalvin Cook. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
On the double. Greystone travel. Check. Five. Check 31. Now.
They'll run with Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Two.
They'll set up to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. McCrane on for the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Vikings 45, Bengals 14. Matthew McCrane set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This will be taken short.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 54. I got them. Right there. 54, right there.
Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 pass.